morning and welcome to another episode of Hard Factor. It is Wednesday, September 18th. Our top stories for the day. Pat is going to take us over to the soft corner where Antonio Brown is impatiently awaiting his turn in the soft corner.
Have you heard about this guy, Antonio Brown? He's new to me, but oh my God. Have you heard about this guy?
Yeah. I got him in a keeper league 5 years ago, so I know we're going to bash him, but to me, he can do no wrong.
I don't know what you're talking about. I just learned about this guy, Antonio Brown. I'm not happy with him.
All right.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you have him in the keeper league, condolences, you're going to the soft corner with him.
He won me like $2,000. I don't have him anymore. I got him when he was behaving and winning me money.
Good. Okay, and then Mark West and I will take us to a news buffet of other headlines. Take us to the soft corner, Pat.
All right, guys, here's the thing. I don't know much about football, but I am on a 16 out of 19 football betting streak that's taken my account from $250 to $4,000 in just 2 weeks of NFL action.
It has been incredible, by the way.
It has been a nice run you're on.
It's been sick. I don't know what I'm doing out there, but I'm doing it right. I do, however, know a lot about assholes and also HBO Sports. And that's why I'm hurling Antonio Brown's small ass right in the fucking soft corner. This isn't a Raiders thing. This isn't a Patriots thing. In fact, I'm glad you got him, Patriots. I'm glad AB's light ass is under Belichick's weird ass behavioral sorcery system. It's the only way that guy's not going to fucking piss off every human he gets in contact with for the next 1 to 3 years.
At least publicly.
Yeah, exactly. What does Belichick do there? Anyway, he's like a fucking
the Patriots are allowed to do whatever they want when they're not at the facility.
I'm just glad
that's clear.
I'm just glad Brown's dumbass is under Belichick's fucking hypnosis.
He just taps his rings and he's like, behave or don't get these and get
right.
out.
When you're at the practice facility.
Right.
Yeah.
Daddy's win, that's what he says. Let's get into why Antonio Brown is a soft-ass dude that is sitting in the corner of the Macho Man Randy Savage until further notice. Antonio Brown, 31 years old. Has had a real job for less than a decade and is worth over $30 million. Good for him. Seriously, good for him. But yesterday, a video came out of AB shirtless in a medical clinic as a doctor, even smaller than him, if you can believe that, administered a body fat test during which Antonio farted repeatedly while yucking it up with his buddy who was filming the whole ordeal. Because, farts around a medical professional is hilarious.
Yeah, no cell phones but farting in the face. Yes, he's smaller, so he was closer to his asshole.
He was like doing one of those things where he went in with a swimsuit and no undies to get his body fat
That's
tested.
pretty bad. That's pretty bad to have your buddy film you farting in a guy's face.
Because before he went in there, he's like, hey, bro, film me. I'm going to fart in this doctor's face.
That's a dick
Kavanaugh
move.
Yeah.
That's the type of clothing where all of the fart gets out.
Yeah, exactly. Antonio, this man is a doctor. He went to medical school and took a Hippocratic oath. That's like a contract that he honors. That's something you wouldn't know anything about.
Burn.
I know it's hard to find guys smaller than you, and it's tempting to pick on them, but this man didn't seek you out because he wanted to know your body fat percentage, which is impressive, by the way.
Oh, yeah, what is it, like 2%?
No, it's 3, but then again, it's easy to have a 3% body fat percentage when your job is to fucking exercise. I bet Antonio Brown...
Well, he takes it to the next
yeah,
level.
I mean, it's easy to have maybe less than 10%, but it's not easy to be like the best receiver in the history of the NFL.
What are you doing today? Eating right, under someone's supervision, and exercising.
Right.
Sorry.
12% max.
Antonio Brown answers
Which
two emails a week,
to be fair, I couldn't do.
No.
I couldn't do that for a living.
No way.
To be fair.
I also couldn't catch a football from a professional quarterback while sprinting.
Guys, Antonio Brown probably thinks an out-of-office reply means it's an away game. The man's never had a fucking job. And on top of all that, Antonio, sweet little Dr. Pinks claims you owe him $11,500.
Because of the fart damages?
Because of the fart damages. No, because of the fucking medical bill.
Oh, okay.
No, because he just stiffed him on the bill.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
Here's your payment.
He paid him in farts.
Yeah.
What kind of fantasy world do you live in where you go around thinking you can show up at a doctor's office to get your body fat measured, fart in that doctor's face, and stiff him with the bill?
Man.
Yeah, stop. He lives in an extreme fantasy world.
thinks
Did you
it was
see
like a
his
fetish
mustache?
doctor.
Yeah.
You see his blonde mustache?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
He owes the man something. When you
I'd
fart
like
in a
to live
man's
that way.
face, you owe that man something. You would too. I know.
I'd like to live that style. I don't have the balls to do that, but I'd like to.
Quite the reputation,
Yeah.
for sure.
Look, guys, I saw Hard Knocks, and Antonio Brown's soft, skinny ass fucking, I don't know. I recently learned this term, guys. It's called a locker room distraction. And from what I know, Antonio Brown was a textbook locker room distraction. And there were guys out there trying to make the team and qualify for their SAG cards And Antonio Brown purposely burned his feet in a cryo chamber and then pretended to be all baffled by his helmet.
Yeah.
And you know who else is baffled by helmets, Antonio? Special education children. And that's what you look like. You look like a special education child.
Damn.
Do you realize how dangerous it is to be potentially mistaken as intellectually disabled around Mark Davis's haircut? You're lucky you didn't get the whole Raiders organization remanded to Child Protective Services. It was fucking irresponsible.
Wow. Well, man, that was a good heater.
He got paid $50 million to pay for the fucking Raiders. He accepted the deal, and then he realized that it wasn't the AB universe. So he wanted it to be. So he cried like a baby bitch, pulled fucking stunts, and then he got his way. It's fucking soft.
He wants to win a ring. I don't think he has one, right?
No, he doesn't. I think. Well, he might have been on the Steelers. No, I don't think he was on the Steelers when they won their.
I don't think he was.
I mean, I think what he realized when he went to the camp is that Derek Carr is never going to win a Super Bowl.
Hold on, Carr looked fucking great 2 weeks ago.
But he's no Tom Brady. I mean, he went to the juggernaut. He wants to ride the coattails of the New England Patriots.
Mark my words, Derek Carr will never win a Super Bowl.
Anyways, Antonio Brown's in the fucking soft corner.
Which also, if he was such a great receiver, if he was Jerry Rice caliber, couldn't he take his team, no matter who they were, to the Super Bowl?
Joe Montana.
He wouldn't have to join. Wouldn't have to join the Patriots,
Joe
would he?
Montana and Steve Young. He had a tough go.
Nobody's throwing the ball.
He made both of them a hell of a lot better. I'll say that.
I want to tell a story here
Starts
on
with
Hard
the throw.
Factor. I've never told it before. In the 4th grade, I wrote to Jerry Rice, and in the 8th grade, he wrote me back.
You told us 3 times. Yeah.
His intern wrote you back.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes,
I had a
he
Jerry
told
Rice
it
jersey
multiple
growing up.
times.
Well, take it home, Pat. You just smashed.
All right, look,
Antonio
it's
Brown.
this kind of integrity that Antonio Brown has displayed in his professional career that makes me doubt the multiple allegations of women accusing him of rape, as well as masturbating on their backs while they watch church services on an iPad together. I know you got more class than that, Antonio.
So you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, he fucking masturbated on some poor girl's back and then raped another woman and then
God.
walked up to a woman.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah. All right.
You
Well,
say it like that.
well,
Jeez.
he's in the soft corner.
Macho
for sure.
Man's rolling around in his fucking grave.
That's
Right,
true.
he's in the soft corner for sure. We'll see where the dust settles on those allegations.
I just
All right.
learned about football. This is really pissing me
I
off.
was confused the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, he's a better football player than you're giving him credit for, but
He's
you're
a better
totally right.
football player than person.
That's
Yeah,
very true.
that's for sure.
And honestly, I'll never take away that you can't not watch a team because the guy sucks.
Thanks for the grands in fantasy, though, Antonio. Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
and for covering all those Patriots covers this year. That'll be nice. All right, let's take it over to the news buffet. First up, President Trump is on a West Coast tour. And as you might imagine, it's going just okay on the West Coast. It started Monday with a rally in New Mexico where every single quote seemed to feature both the words love/like and Hispanics. So
Smart move.
pretty clear what his strategy is there. He's just going to keep telling all the Hispanics that he loves them.
He knows his audience.
Smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what he's
Did he
going
give it
for
to
in
the
New Mexico.
homeless?
Yeah. Next up was California, where things are not so lovey-dovey. He went there on Tuesday and blitzed straight into the state, immediately making fun of their insane homeless population issues, saying that cities like L.A. and San Francisco are, quote, destroying themselves by letting the issue persist for so long. Californians haven't taken kindly to those comments. You see, they want Trump to fund the homeless, to get into affordable housing within the existing framework in California. And Trump, he wants to deregulate construction to make more places for the homeless to live and also potentially use law enforcement to help clean up existing homeless camps. And you want to know what my bet is, guys?
What's that?
They're never going to agree.
It smells like poop everywhere. It smells like poop here. I walk down the streets. It smells like poop.
That's exactly
poop
what's happening.
everywhere.
How is deregulating construction going to increase homes for the homeless? How is that?
Because he's saying he has a point. I mean, he's saying builders will make more homes if they don't have to abide by these atrocious, like left wing, regulations on home building.
so many homes
At
that'll be
least-
affordable for guys with no teeth.
At least they'll be.
Well, they would be
indoors.
cheaper to build.
They'll
They'd be cheaper
pooping
to
in
build.
homes.
Look at all these tenants.
We got to get them in homes to poop.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't really matter though. Looks like Trump is basically just stopping through California to collect $15 million from donors at 4 planned fundraisers within the state, where he has absolutely no shot at winning the presidential vote in 2020. Anyways,
So those
he's
are
basically
Those are like
What's
like
that?
what those like $20,000 plate dinners he's holding basically.
right. He's got 4 of those that add up to $15 million. He's just stopping 2 days, $15 million, collect checks.
There you go.
It's like
See
Ralph
ya,
Macchio.
California.
Take the money and run.
Who else?
Yeah,
One of the
Also-
Baldwins,
One of the
Stephen
Baldwins is
Baldwin.
there, yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely one of the Baldwins. Also, Trump announced that he's going to roll back the state's power to enforce additional emissions regulations on automakers within the state, another diametric opposite stance that isn't going to sit well with Californians. Needless to say, there have been protests about essentially every aspect of this trip, and perhaps that's what the guy who drove into the lobby of Trump Tower in New Rochelle, New York on Tuesday night was upset about. Maybe he's a Californian.
Didn't Governor Gray, like, literally, with his emission standards, eliminate like a massive amount of smog in California? Wasn't that like a big thing?
Oh, yeah. I'm sure, Pat, that these regulations have had some positive environmental impact. Trump's point is, hey, maybe it's more important to not have shit on your streets.
Yeah, I see the argument.
John Voight, Bruce Willis also going to those dinners. I forget the guy who played.
Busey's there.
Who was the guy in the movie Heat that played the pimp to what's her the hot chick that from Casino.
Casino, yeah.
Who's the guy?
Oh, James Woods.
Sharon Stone.
Jimmy Woods.
James Woods is showing up strong. Yeah. Anyways, Trump will head to Washington today to close out the West Coast tour.
Nice. So the Democrats held their first impeachment hearing on Tuesday, and they got absolutely stonewalled by their star subpoenaed witness, Lewandowski. The 6-hour House Judiciary Committee hearing got pretty heated as Donald Trump's former campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, just fucked with the Democrats.
What a star.
Questions. Yeah.
What a star witness.
Well, they thought he was going to spill all the beans, and he just completely fucked with them the whole time. The panel's Democratic chairman, Representative Jerry Nadler, even threatened to hold Lewandowski in contempt. He was being such a dick. Basically, Lewandowski, who is still an avid Trump supporter, even though he's not the campaign manager anymore, obviously, showed up to the hearing because he was subpoenaed, but he had absolutely no intentions of giving the Democrats anything they wanted to hear. He kept asking them to repeat the question and give him the page numbers that they were referring to in the Mueller report. And then he asked them to read the passages word for word in the Mueller report, or he asked to read them himself slowly.
What is the country of origin?
Yeah, exactly. The whole time. And he refused to answer dozens of questions.
He laid a filibuster down.
He filibustered the shit out of them the whole time.
What do they think was going to happen? I mean, I guess Trump's fired so many people that maybe you hope.
This is not the first hearing that this has happened.
Yeah. Well, also like Jerry Nadler threatening you is so unintimidating. That's like Mr. Rogers asking you where you put the teapot at.
Right.
Mr. Rogers was a sniper.
You don't really care to answer.
Guess what, Will? He wasn't held in contempt. Anyways, he did have a hilarious opening statement where he just absolutely bashed the Democrats and the Obama administration. The one shining moment for the Democrats was they did get Lewandowski to affirm that he was told personally by President Trump. President Trump asked him to persuade Attorney General Jeff Sessions, Attorney General at the time, to limit the special counsel's investigation. So he admitted, yes, Trump did tell me to go tell.
Well, that's going to do it. That's going to get him impeached. Obviously,
right.
that's what they've been working for the whole time.
But he followed up with saying, "I didn't do it. I went on a family vacation instead because I prioritized that." And he doesn't know if anyone else was asked by Trump to go do it or actually talk with Sessions.
Do we know where he went?
I went to the beach. I forget which beach, but he went to the beach. It sounds like that little weirdo Sessions is going to be called into one of these hearings soon with a subpoena, though. Trump, who watched parts of the hearing about aboard Air Force One, loved what Lewandowski said and tweeted, "Such a beautiful opening statement by Corey Lewandowski. Thank you, Corey."
I'm sorry I fired you.
Yeah. Although the Democrats didn't get what they were looking for out of the impeachment hearing, everyone in the room was looking pretty good as they were dressed nicely. But they could have looked even better if they had all joined the movement and been wearing movement watches. Some of the smarter Congress members may have even been. They might have been. That should have been. If you take a look at my left wrist right now, I'm rocking a sexy MVMT watch. This one is the classic white and tan, and it is something else. It's got the tan leather band, and the watch head is going to get me a few looks on the golf course, at the clubhouse. I'm not going to wear it while I'm ripping 100-mile-per-hour drives because I don't want to damage it.
Got to tell you, Mark, known you 20 years, never been attracted to you. But for some reason right now, I'm feeling a little something.
How do you read it with all that hair covering it?
I'm gonna leave it on during sex. Movement watches start at just $95, so you're guaranteed.
Time yourself?
Yeah, well that too. So you're guaranteed to find something you love and not break your bank.
6 minutes, honey.
2 guys started Movement right out of college, so they knew about being on a tight budget right out of the gate, which is the entire MVMT Movement concept. Since then, they have sold over 2 million watches in 160 countries, so good fucking job. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movement.com/factor. See why Movement keeps growing. Check out their expanding collection. Go to movement.com/factor. That's MVMT.com/factor. Join the movement.
Nice.
Join it.
All right, well,
Smooth.
Well, Pat called it on an earlier episode this week. Those missiles that destroyed the Saudi oil field and have already raised gas prices did come from a Middle Eastern country that starts with the letter I. And
Nice.
intelligence officials are saying our big winner is, in fact, Iran.
Oh, could have been Iraq, could have been Israel.
Yeah, so
No, wait.
Italy.
Gas prices are about to be sky high on the West Coast, man. It's going to be
Yeah.
like $5 a gallon.
They've already
right now.
spiked
But
it.
Trump
$5.
said
East
that.
Coast.
Trump said that tweet. Plenty of oil. I mean, like,
Yeah, but you got to go.
Well,
get
yeah,
it.
but
you got to
he's
go
got
get it.
reserves.
You got to go get it. Then you got to distribute it, and they've already spiked.
Oh,
the
so you're
prices.
telling me Exxon isn't going to make a couple extra bucks on this no matter what?
No,
Like,
they
I
always
mean,
do.
they love
Yeah,
it.
you're always gonna take advantage.
I am glad I don't have to drive to work anymore.
There you go.
Yeah,
Mark quit his job.
yeah.
Is that
I can walk to 7-Eleven now and blog from home.
little inside baseball for the team? What were you saying, Wes?
Very jealous. 3 officials speaking to Reuters secretly said those missiles were both cruise missiles and drone attacks. So very sophisticated stuff that the Houthi rebel forces don't have the capability of understanding, and that the attacks came from southwestern Iran, whatever that means. Iran is
That's the bad part of Iran.
I guess
like,
it's
southwestern Iran. Holy shit!
You don't wanna go there.
southwestern, Yeah.
They really hate women
It's
there.
like the Harlem of Iran. Iran is still denying any involvement, but the Saudi Defense Ministry is supposed to hold a press conference on Saudi state TV where they will be broadcasting proof it was Iran. Not really sure what proof it was. Maybe they left the wallet on the missile or
There's
something.
gonna be screaming. Ah, it was Iran.
By the way, speaking of screaming, did anyone hear the clips of the Houthi rebels screaming?
No, I don't want to.
Oh my god, it was like a textbook terrorist movie scream. It was like the terrorists in True Lies screaming.
It was like what's that dance? It's like the terrorist hookah, whatever.
We'll play it for you. On
What's
the
the
end
New
of
Zealand
show.
dance?
We'll insert it.
Haka.
Hookah. Yeah.
All right, so the Saudis do want to make sure that the world knows that they will be back in full swing at that oil facility within a month and not to freak out. Former last place in the polls and first place in looks, Democratic debate participant and Hawaii House Rep Tulsi Gabbard had some harsh words in response to Trump's locked and loaded tweet. Taking to Twitter herself, she said, "Despicable. Offering to place our military assets under the command of a foreign country, Saudi Arabia, is a disgrace and betrayal of my patriotic brothers and sisters in uniform and to our Constitution. We are not your prostitutes. You are not our pimp."
You got to keep in mind, Tulsi is in the National Guard. She's active military.
Yeah. So didn't she
Yeah.
serve? And
Yeah,
yeah.
she's currently.
It was an awesome video. I mean, how can she not be polling higher? Like she's now ethered Kamala Harris on stage.
I'll tell you how.
And Donald Trump
I'll tell you
now.
how.
What?
This is not fair, and it's a sexist opinion and a little bit misogynistic, but she's just too good looking. You can't really take her seriously. She's too attractive.
Stop it.
She's too
Stop
attractive.
it.
Man.
Stop it. You got to say, okay, this is the
You
first.
get distracted by her right away. Like,
you might be right, but this is the first time that I can ever think of where you have a president who's saying something about the military, the commander in chief, and then you have someone that's running for office who's in the military.
I love Tulsi
who can
Gabbard, but
slap
she's
back.
too hot. She needs to wait till she gets a little older.
I don't know. If I win the nomination, I'm picking her VP. Probably. That's
what was that? No hot chess grandmasters? Is that?
Yeah.
Expect a text from your mom tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure.
She also had a tweet from 2018 attacking the president's relationship with Saudi Arabia, saying, quote, "Hey, at real Donald Trump, being Saudi Arabia's bitch is not America first." So, yeah.
That's true.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
Fuck Saudi Arabia.
She thinks that Saudi Arabia is trying to lure us into a war with Iran, and she might
Let
be
those
right.
rich assholes pay for the fucking war themselves.
Trump has been soft on Saudi Arabia. He lets them do whatever they want.
Well, yeah, he really sucks the Saudi dick.
Yeah, he does.
He is. He's a big time fan of the
He
Saudis.
respects wealth.
He's got a few real
He
estate
does
investments
respect
over there.
wealth, doesn't he?
All right, let's move it over to another part of the world. Close. I'm rocking the Ovechkin tonight in honor of the Caps preseason being back. They're looking excellent, by the way.
You are lucky you're not in this garage, or you'd fucking die.
Yeah, can't really wear a hockey sweater inside the Austin garage, can you?
No.
No.
But anyway, so in honor of the Ovechkin jersey, we're taking it back over to Russia, as I like to do. Unfortunately, not a fun story this time. An explosion.
Is it ever?
No, there is. We've had some fun Russian ones. This is not a fun one. An explosion at Russia's State Research Center of Virology and Biotechnology, codename Vector, resulted
Cool name.
in a fire.
James
Yeah.
Bond-esque.
Yeah.
Very cool
Very cool
name
name.
for a building. Yeah. Resulted in a fire, glass blown out throughout the building, and one worker suffering third-degree burns on Monday. He may not survive.
It was
Just so
only
happens.
one.
Yeah, not good for that one guy. Just so happens that Vector is one of only 2 places in the world where live smallpox virus samples are officially stored. as well as other deadly pathogens, including Ebola and anthrax.
What the fuck did you say?
Come on.
Yeah, so the building that holds smallpox, Ebola, and anthrax in Russia exploded.
They're even blowing up those buildings?
You mean their biological warfare base?
I get it
I know
because
how it happened.
it's cold there.
No, I know how it happened.
Have it in fucking Scandinavia.
I know how it happened. They get bored in these buildings and they play their favorite game, which is hot potato with a Molotov cocktail.
And then it blows up the
And then
lab.
someone throws it at the wall because they don't want to get blown up.
Hey, Igor.
Maybe so.
Check this out.
Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of dares going on in
Hot
there.
potato cocktail? Yes.
I mean, it would get boring working in a lab. All right. Anyways, according to the state-run TASS news agency, Kolstovo City Head Administrator Nikolai Krasnikov said that the blast occurred.
With that name.
Yeah, Nikolai Krasnikov said that the blast occurred during, quote, scheduled repair work, which I guess is that classic blow up part of the building repair that you always need every couple of years. Also said maybe it was started by a gas explosion. But Krasnikov emphasized that no biohazardous materials were stored where the explosion and the blaze occurred, and that there's absolutely no threat to the general population.
These guys don't have HBO. That's the situation. Did they see Chernobyl this year? Chernobyl came out. These motherfuckers need to get HBO.
Yeah, but don't the viruses get like incinerated in a blast, or do they just get released into the air?
Did you cancel your HBO?
No, I didn't.
Well, no. And they already even had like a Chernobyl-like explosion before this year. So,
the viruses don't.
So isn't it like a boil your water situation?
I don't know, Wes.
I mean, I don't know. With this and then the last explosion, I'm being a little bit cautious if I'm over there. RT, another state-run media outlet who I actually follow and didn't realize was Russian state-run, but they have excellent videos, so I actually still recommend the follow.
Makes a lot
They
of
reported
sense, Will.
that the fire was upgraded to a, quote, major incident, and that the emergencies ministry dispatched 13 fire trucks and 38 firefighters. Safe to say, Russia, you need to stay safe from these explosions, and also
Smallpox.
Stop having them, because the USA is going to start making miniseries about them, and then you're going to have to film counter miniseries about them. It's going to be really exhausting for all of us.
There's so much smallpox out there.
Yeah, and that's just too much work for all of us. And I know Mark's going to stay international with the next one, but real quick before we go there, I wanted to bring it back to the USA for just a second to give you guys an update on the Democratic nominee odds at Predict It.
Please.
So you see, new polls are coming out from New York and California and a bunch of other Democrat states, with Biden still in the lead in each place. But Warren is the one gaining in the markets on Predict It. She's at 12 cents, she's 12 cents above Joe at 38 cents right now, with Joe at 26 cents, even though Joe is ahead in all of the polls.
Right.
So
Well,
do you
every
guys
pop of the
agree that she's going to
dentures
take it?
closes the gap.
Yeah, Joe's dead in the water, man. He just didn't
too
he didn't
long.
show in the debates.
It's too long away. He should
Yeah.
have joined the race like 2 months from today.
Yeah, Biden's neurologist is on pins and needles right now.
I got to tell you, I bought heavy on Yang Gang.
That's not going to
Didn't
happen.
pay off.
Look. Yang is the only one gaining though. Yang is
Oh
now
shit! I
in
haven't checked
fourth.
my account today.
Yang is the only one gaining. He's zero. He hasn't gained in Predict It in the last week, but in the polls, he's clearly in fourth behind the top three.
Maybe that son of a bitch
Biden,
should
Warren,
talk
and
a
Sanders.
little bit in the October debates.
Instead of
I don't
stepping
know.
away from the fucking microphone.
Yeah, he's the only guy that doesn't raise his fucking hand.
he literally steps away from it.
Yeah.
What a weird ass opening statement too. He didn't say it was an experiment. He's like, I'm gonna give 10 people $1,000.
Yeah.
He announced a giveaway.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, whatever he's doing, he's the only one that's moving the needle at all besides the top three. So at this point, he's probably the only dark horse that's worth the shit. And then you got Warren, Biden, and Sanders all contending for that top spot. And no matter how you think it's going to play out, if you think you know the way, you need to go to predictit.org/promo/hardfactor20 to get your first $20 matched on your first deposit at the stock market of politics. It's legal, it's easy, it's fun. Let's make some money.
There you go. All right, well, we certainly are going to need to get our Asian correspondent, the Wonton Don's opinion on this next story, or maybe Young Page reviews very soon. On Friday, footage of a large black serpent-like creature appeared on China's popular Sina Weibo blog, and it has put the country in quite the state of frenzy. The grainy video of the giant serpent in the Yangtze River by the Three Gorges Dam has racked up millions of views and has led some to say China has their own Loch Ness monster. That's one of the main theories going on.
Was that just Mandingo sightseeing?
You think Mandingo is swimming on his back in the Yangtze River?
Slapping it through the river.
I think
This was even bigger than Mandingo's.
No, also, you're not allowed to have a Loch Ness Monster in China. It has to be just a dragon. You can't have two fucking giant
Loch
like
Ness
serpents.
You're
You
just,
can't have
yeah,
two
they're just
giant
now
serpents in
discovering
one
this
country.
now.
I thought Mandingo was dead. I just Googled him. He's not dead.
You're looking at his dick now, so you're not going to pay attention to the rest of the story.
I'm sorry, man.
Maybe it's the same Loch Ness Monster from Scotland that just swam to China because it was mad at those bitch-ass scientists from New Zealand that made it their life's work to ruin tourism and merchandise industry in Scotland by disproving that the Loch Ness Monster existed. They're probably on a fucking plane right now to China to disprove this Loch Ness Monster.
This is just China capitalizing on that.
Yes, it is. The Three Gorges Dam costs a bunch of money, and it's new, and they spent millions of it. So now they're going to get all the fucking Loch Ness Monster tourism, and they're definitely not going to let these stupid New Zealand scientists in. They're not going to allow them anywhere near this fucking.
You just got cucked. Scotland got cucked.
Yes.
Bro.
Yeah.
What a cucking from Mandingo.
Oh, that's it for that one.
All right, got some big news if you're a fat and love fast food. So this is huge news for us here at Hard Factor.
Go on.
Some new incredible menu items are coming out that will be sure to make you hate yourself as you secretly eat them in an empty parking lot near your office.
Thank God for this parking lot.
Yeah.
That's a new car. I don't know why it smells like Taco
There's
Bell.
no one here.
Oh, they're building something over there? Perfect. First, we have a heavy hitter KFC responding to the chicken sandwich wars between Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. They are introducing a fried chicken donut sandwich.
Get the fuck out of here.
which
Fuck
is
that shit. That sounds horrible.
it's
Yeah.
exactly what you think it is.
Get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. It does not sound horrible
No, it sounds
to me.
delicious.
Sounds
No.
great to me.
You ever gone to a donut specialty fucking
You ever
restaurant?
had
where
had chicken and waffles, sweet and
Yo,
greasy?
We
It's
have
fucking delicious.
We have to get videos of Will and Wes eating this sandwich.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll eat
problem.
a couple of them.
Yeah, no problem.
I mean, I get it. I get it. It's bad for the country. This sandwich easily gave 10,000 people diabetes right away.
Yes.
But I'm still gonna try it.
This sandwich might kill people on the spot.
Yeah.
but it helps with the sadness.
They are also introducing a chicken and donut basket.
There you go.
And that too is exactly what you think it is.
That's you can make your own sandwich.
Yeah. So KFC
I
is
like to do it on my own.
KFC is now serving donuts. Is really what's happening.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But don't prance into the office and announce you know what you are having for lunch just yet, unless you live in Norfolk or Richmond, Virginia, or Pittsburgh, which is where KFC has decided to thin out the population a bit. and,
good
test the
cities. Good cities to
Yeah.
try that out in.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Not to be outdone, Pizza Hut is announcing a Cheez-It stuffed pizza.
What?
Which is basically a 4-square giant soft Cheez-It cracker stuffed with pepperoni and cheese and served with marinara.
Ooh.
You can find that on the menu starting September 24th.
That's for the moment you can't see your dick. That's when you order that. When your dick is no longer visible, you're like, fuck it.
Every fucking kid's
Cheez-It pizza.
sleepover is going to be PlayStation 4 and this fucking Cheez-It pizza.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be
Absolutely.
disgusting.
It's going to be so fucking fun.
Gassy 9-year-olds.
We're getting rid of recess and we're adding Cheez-It pizzas.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Also, next year, Wendy's has announced they will serve a full breakfast, including the breakfast Baconator, replacing the beef patties with sausage patties and adding an egg.
Wendy's is offered to just shoot you in the head if you walk in between the hours of 8 and 11.
Yeah.
Who
You
wants
want to die?
Put you out of your misery in the morning starting in October.
Wear a white flag when you're going into Wendy's.
Yeah. All right, and that's going to do it for Hard Factor. We are loving bringing you Hard Factor 5 days a week. Be on the lookout for a lot more content coming from us as Mark and Will have now fully joined Hard Factor full-time, including
Fuck
blogs,
yeah.
show clips, longer Instagram TV segments, and some more shit we have up our sleeves. So if you want to know how fat we really are, subscribe on Instagram and follow us on Facebook.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. And then please continue to send us those 5-star reviews on iTunes. Spread the word. It really helps us help you to stay entertained and hopefully a bit more informed with what's going on in the world. And hey, if you like the show, buy a fucking shirt. And if you want to do
Please.
some gorilla, yeah, please, God,
Nicely.
please. And if you want to do some gorilla stickering in your hometown, send us a DM, and we might just send you some stickers to plaster on your favorite bars, bathroom, and put on your laptop. So thanks again for listening, and most importantly, have a great fucking day.